Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 114 of the TEW 2020 New Japan Pro Wrestling series here on the channel. As it is the Royal Quest Tour, so we're heading off to the UK, England specifically, as far as for the Royal Quest show. Man, we've been all over the map. We've obviously just went to Australia. What a show that was! That All Attack, unbelievable, 100. That's been our second 100 of the year, our third the save. And for this Royal Quest, though, boy, we have a major main event. As let's just go right into it. As La Sombra taking on Sonata for the Intercontinental title is our main event. La Sombra beat Sonata during the G1, and of course Sonata has just been kind of going back and forth between the Never Openweight title and the Intercontinental title defenses, for the people who've beaten him during the G1 since the fall of the really since the fall of King of Pro Wrestling, since obviously he won that, ended up having a heavyweight title matchup with Konosuke Takeshita. But for this, Sonata, as far as he hasn't had a defense of his Intercontinental title yet, which is kind of shocking. That sounds like kind of crazy since it's been like over 100 days. The reason why that hasn't happened is a couple of things. One, the G1 happened, so there was that. Then the King of Pro Wrestling happened on top of it. And plus, he's been kind of bouncing back and forth between Never Openweight title matches and, as far as. So, it's been a busy year, obviously, for the man who was destined to be the Triple Crown champion, or the self-proclaimed, as far as at the same time, holding the Never Openweight title, the Intercontinental title, and the Heavyweight title. Fell short of that task, but he still got a chance to complete that task, as far as he just has to defeat La Sombra here in our main event. That's going to be a fun main event, though. They had a good match at the G1, and should be a great main event, though. I'm excited to see how that plays out. And the co-main event, as Walter and Zack Sabre Jr. look to defend their New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles against Jon Moxley and Shota Umino. So, kind of a fun matchup here. Obviously, Zack, one of the hometown boys for this show and this tour. Obviously, want to have him, big marquee matchup. It's him and Walter taking on, the returning, as far as for Shota Umino, man, he probably hasn't been back since his excursion as far as on a big-time program like this. And it's him and Moxley taking on Walter and Zack Sabre Jr. in a New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title match. Of course, both the IWGP Tag Team Champions and the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team Champions are Walter and Zack Sabre Jr. They have a fun task, though, to be able to beat the quote-unquote father and son team of Shooter and Jon Moxley. But that's going to be a fun match. I think stylistically, Moxley fits well with both Walter and Zack Sabre Jr., and I think Shooter and Zack could do some fun stuff as well. As our non-title matchup, our non-title singles matchup, the only non-title singles matchup on the whole card, I guess also with the briefcase as well, the singles matchup there. But Pac versus Kazuchika Okada, the first time in a couple of years since they had their Intercontinental title matchup way back when. That was a very, very fun match then. Now, unfortunately, Okada has declined a little bit, but it still should be a good match. And obviously, when Pac have a big marquee matchup, and not a whole lot more marquee than a non-title matchup as far as from a name perspective than somebody like Kazuchika Okada. As I just now realized, there's a match that's not on the card that we have over here, so we gotta copy that over. It's the opening contest, as it's actually going to be a 9-match card. There we go. As for the G1 briefcase of the next matchup, Hiromu Takahashi versus the Great Khan. This is, I believe, Hiromu's got one more person on the horizon, potentially, if he does in fact beat Great Khan here to keep the G1 briefcase. It will come down to Power Struggle, and I believe, trying to think who his... It might be Okan, might be the last stop. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he has one more. We'll know for sure once we get to the Royal Quest show. But for Hiromu, this is potentially the final stop. If it is the final stop for him, it's make or break time. You've made it this far. You won your G1. You beat Okan here. You're going to the main event of Wrestle Kingdom, which at this point you're taking on Tyler Black. But that rematch is imminent for Konosuke Takeshita. That's happening at Power Struggle, so that's also why you're seeing on the undercard Takeshita and Ibushi against Tyler Black and Robbie Eagles, as far as talking about that match. But yeah, as far as just kind of the the last stop for Hiromu as far as he wants to main event Wrestle Kingdom's got to go through the Great Okan. IWGP Women's Title matchup: Athena taking on Ashley Flair. Now Athena, funny enough, hasn't lost in a singles competition in the year 2026. That's pretty crazy. A lot of New Japan Strong matches has mainly been the reason why. You guys have not seen, obviously, any of those matches, but you saw the one match she just had at the Road 2 show. And, I mean, yeah, obviously when somebody has went undefeated in, in a single calendar year and has won, I believe it sounds more impressive saying that she's won every single match in 2026, but she's actually just won 9 singles matches, which is still a lot. To win 9 in a row like that, and to, it's tough. Joshi Tao. It's not like she's beating, bums or anything. I think she definitely deserves a title matchup. And her and Ashley Flair is going to be a fun match, though. I think stylistically they match up pretty well. Size-wise, it's very much a David and Goliath's tale in a way, because Ashley Flair is a pretty big girl compared to Athena. As far as tall, lengthy, and Ashley Flair and Athena kind of short and stacky, but short and short and thick, but also super quick. Can do things off the top rope. Can bring the physicality as well. She's kind of a jack of all trades in that regard. But it should be a fun match though for the women's heavyweight title. I don't know why I said women's heavyweight title. It's just the women's title, but you get it though. As the never openweight 6-man tag team title matchup, as the new champs Diamond K take on the challenging team of Heihachi Tamura, Kyle O'Reilly, and Roderick Strong. That should be a fun little trios matchup. And we already talked about the Konosuke Takeshita Kota Ibushi matchup, so we can go on to the 8-man tag between the team of United Empire of Lee Moriarty, Jonathan Gresham, Daniel Makabe, and Drew Gulak, taking on the team of Ryu Lee, Hiro Kawato, Sarah del Sol, and Russo. We're having the G1 briefcase, matchup with Hiromu and Okan. Makes sense to, we could have went either with Task Force Death, or we could have went with the Bomb Squad. We went with the Bomb Squad as far as building up to, having an undercard matchup on the final show. And I feel like this is a great undercard 8-man, to be honest. There's a lot of talent in that ring, and should be a good little matchup. And then the opening contest for Tanahashi's final match in England. He's taking on Alex Coughlin, a rematch from the G1. They had a good match. They've had good matches pretty much throughout the save, and should be a fun way to open up the show. So I say that, as far as we actually have 2 non-title singles matches with Pac and Okada, and now Tanahashi and Coughlin. But it is Tanahashi's last, as far as appearance in England. So it's kind of like a, kicking off the show with him. I feel like that makes a, it's more of a, I wouldn't say it's like a achievement or anything, or a title on the line or anything like that. But it is a big deal, and it is branded as a big deal, and it's as far as having the ace in his farewell tour, hitting all the stops. He's been in the U.S., he's been to Australia, and now stopping here in the U.K. It's going to be a fun end to his career as far as going all over the world. And he's got a big-time chance to beat Alex Coughlin here. And obviously, for Alex Coughlin, this is a big get to have a big singles match again with Tanahashi, and he can possibly beat him before he ends out his career, so that would also be huge for him. But as far as the tour itself, it's a pretty short one. It's 2 tour shows and then the actual show. So we can just hop right in here to the first tour show. A lot of fucking backstage incidents, though, as Don Marcotte was brought forward his court, accused of moaning about stuff all the time, bumming us out. As the judge, Shinsuke Nakamura, found him guilty and sentenced to shut up or cheer up on my drinks after the show. A small positive impact for him, as Chono has taken Kuma Ameya under his wing as a protege. Well, that's pretty huge to learn under somebody like Masahiro Chono. Satoshi Kojima passing on microphone work to Heihachi Tamura, then Ishii passing on microphone work to Tomoya Ford. So, our main event for the first night, we have a Task Force Death, Falter, Zack Sabre Jr., and Okada match. So we're taking 2 matches on that final show, making them into 1 match here for the tour show. Trios matchup, Moxley's going to beat Okada. Obviously, we want to have the team that's established, unit, get the win over at least a unit in Zack and Falter, but then obviously Okada has not teamed up with them before or anything like that. But it's a nice win. Nice win for Task Force Death. Then the co-main will have, I thought it was going to be a Ryu Lee, but I made the change to Jiro. So it's going to be Hiromu in Jiro Kuroshio against United Rage of the Great Okan and Katsuya Kitamura as the Great Okan will get the win over Kuroshio. We might have this be the co-main, actually. LIJ versus Designers of Perfection, as the LIJ team of Sombra, Shingo, Naito beat the Designers of Perfection of Sonata, Tomoya Tom Ford, and Burberry Baba. We'll put that as the co-main. Then Athena and Natsui Samurai as the Donna Del Mondo team, taking on the Four Horsewomen of Ashley Flair and Toni Storm, as Ashley Flair and Toni Storm will get the win. So Natsui's going to take the loss there. Then the Steal the Show matchup, which is a hell of a match. It's Ryu Lee and Samurai Del Sol of Mexa Blood taking on Drew Gulak and Daniel Makabe, as Ryu Lee will be beating Drew Gulak. So we went away from the Gresham teaming for that matchup, but it should still be a really good match. Then Hook will be taking on Jimmy London to kick off the show, with obviously Hook beating the Young Lion, stretching them out. So let's make sure we pick a venue. As far as we ran day 2 last year, so we'll run day 1 this year. So the bonus arena, 3,500, will be a sellout for this one. I think that's probably our best bet. I don't think we'll have like a 4,000 seater. It's nice to sometimes take a look, because we haven't looked in a while. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Another 3,500, but yeah, I guess we could try that. Oh, the Newcastle Eagles, one of the more successful teams in British basketball. How about that? And, yeah, I think we're good to go here. This should be a good start to the tour. Because Hook gets the win in 9:47. We gotta give Hook his finishers. I always forget about that. But, yeah, Hook getting the win, and he gets a 54 for the match. As Natsui and Athena losing to Toni Storm and Ashley Flair. That shows you that Athena and Ashley Flair is going to be a pretty good match with just the tour shows. Their ratings being 64 and 65. It should be a good little match. But a 70, which is not bad at all. But she gets to win the figure 4 in 20 minutes at 80. Here for Ryu Lee and Samurai Del Sol against Daniel Makabe and Drew Gulak. As Ryu Lee getting the win there in 11 minutes. Oh, swollen calf muscle for the Great Okan. That sucks. Sucks to see that when you have such a big match with Hiromu, and now that match is not going to be as great as it could have been, but yeah, especially taking a big toll like that. I don't think he's going to be healthy by the time the show runs too, so that just sucks. And it was Kuroshio who caused it just great. 76 though for the co-main, as LIJ get the win as La Sombra with the split-legged corkscrew senton over Burberry Baba. Is obviously guys like Burberry Baba and Tomoya Tom Ford, not used to really being in the UK, man. Tetsuya Naito with a 56. Brutal to see. As an 84, though, for our main event, Okada and Yumino tied with the worst ratings. That's pretty crazy. But Moxley gets to win the Death Rider over Kazuchika Okada, so the best guy beats the worst guy. They were the better team just by a couple of points, but good shit there. Good shit there. What a main event for the tour show for the first day. So on to day 2 we go. Alrighty, day 2 of the Road 2 show, rather. Jesus, as the final tour show, we're all set. As far as with the main event here, so we have a couple of United Empire matches. We have the Bomb Squad 1, and we have another Bomb Squad 1. The 3v3 Bomb Squad 1, this one is the opener, as it's the Technical Masterclass matchup, as Roosh will be getting the win with the Bomb Squad, as far as Ryu Lee and Demonic Bomba beating the Corey Jarvis, Lee Moriarty, Jonathan Gresham team. Should be a good little, technically, actually, it's not the opener. This is the opener. Takuya Nomura against Don Marcotte, which, of course, Takuya Nomura will be beating the Young Lion. But this is the main, as far as the Bomb Squad. Actually, no, probably not. Yeah, it is the Steelers show matchup. I was thinking we had one of these matches as the main event, but I must be mistaken for something else, as Hiromu will be getting the win. So a clean sweep of the Bomb Squad here on the final show. As, is it the Blast Off House of Black match? Is this the main? Because obviously, yeah, it's as far as it's a fun little match with, Takunosuke Takeshita, Jason Lee, Fuminori Abe, and Kota Ibushi taking on Tyler Black, Robbie Eagles, and Top Flight, as Robbie Eagles will be getting the win. I love how we had it, him beating his own partner, as that was supposed to be Jason Lee. There we go. But yeah, a win for House of Black. Because we might have it be this, but I don't think this. I mean, it's a good match, but I don't think it needs to be the main. I think it's a good co-main as Tamura and O'Reilly beating Katsuhiko Nakajima and Kenta. So that's a huge win though for the challengers going into the championship matchup. And then La Sombra and Bushi against Perez de Silva and Sonata. I guess we could have this be the main, but Perez de Silva is going to beat Bushi there. We'll have at least be before the co-main. It's going to be an interesting tour show, though, because there's a lot of matches that could possibly be the main. But we're going to stick with what we got. So, yeah, we can run the Midlands here. I guess since yeah, that makes sense. We can run this Coventry Skydome and sell it out no problem. Which I think that's probably our best case scenario, because, yeah, we can run Derby Arena, but don't think that's going to happen. We can also run the O2 Academy. But yeah, I think where we're running is kind of the perfect place for it. So yeah, we're good to go here. And what our popularity's? Oh, I was about to say it's in Japan. It's 99. Oh, it's 99 in England too. That's crazy. Oh my, it's 100 in Mexico. What in the world? Oh my, it's 99 across the board in Canada. Almost 99 in America though. Wow. That's pretty great. Oh, it's over 100, or it's 99 across the board in Europe too? Oh my, yeah, 99 in Australia. Probably not, 99 in India too. Wow. I haven't really looked at the size of our company in a hot minute, so that's shocking. Because I feel like, obviously, we're 6 years in. Which actually, no, this would be, 7, technically? Yeah, this is technically year 7. We've run over 1,000 shows, I know that much. Oh my god, 1,268. This would be the 1,269th show of the save. God bless it. As, let's run it. It's a daily for the opener. Yeah, Khan's injury. I don't know if I want to now bump that match on the card down a little bit because of his injury, but because it's not going to be it's still going to be a good match because of Hiromu, but I don't think it's going to be as good, unfortunately. Everybody did pretty well, besides Katsuhiko Nomura with a 48. That's not great. He's definitely the weak link. Oh, and I forgot to move this as the actual opener. God damn it, Takuma Nomura gets the win, though, with Dragon Suplex in 10 minutes. 82 for United Empire versus the Bomb Squad of the first of the two trios matches between these two teams. So Rush pinning Corey Jarvis with the Rush driver. Yeah, I mean, Rush not really over in England with a 61. But Riley and Gresham did well with an 83 and 80. Another 82 for Sombra in Bushi against Perez de Silva and Sonata, which I think is going to be a hell of a main event between those two men in La Sombra and Sonata. That's going to be a very fun main event. Perez de Silva, though, gets the win in 20 minutes. The 78 for Kenta and Nakajima against Kyle O'Reilly and Hayata Tamura. It's funny that Kenta's still doing very, very well. Nakajima outperformed O'Reilly, so that's a good job by him. Figured he wouldn't do that all that well since it's in England, but he is, I guess he's over enough. So shout out Nakajima, being the man. It's an 82 for our main event. 8-man tag, House of Black beating Blast Off as Robbie goes pinning Jason Lee with the Warp 4-5. Yeah, Darius not doing so well. Bushi with a 69. That's got one of the lower ratings he's had in the save. Tyler Black, he was, funny enough, Dante Martin almost outperformed him, which is pretty awesome. Dante's come a long way. And he's still improving. He's probably not even 25 yet in 2026. That's crazy. But what a show. That's actually a really good tour show. And now we're on to the final show, just like that. As we'll see how the final show plays out. And man, we'll be going to Power Struggle after that. Then I believe it's the Grand Slam tours. Then before you know it, we'll be at the end of the year. We'll be at the Tag League. So just wild to think. We just have only a couple more months left to 2026. As yeah, on to the final show we go. Alrighty, as we're back in Wembley, as because last year I don't think we sold it out. Yeah, it was 72,000. I think we'll have it this year though. Should be a sellout crowd. As we have a backstage incident. Oh, it's not actually passing on selling tips to Shobo Takibo. As yeah, I just kind of want to see how many people will have at Wembley Stadium. Oh yeah, yeah, 90,000 on hand. Sick. Sick, sick, sick. Alrighty. So, our main event, La Sombra in Sonata for the Intercontinental title, and Sonata will retain. This was a tough decision because it was like, well, we can go with Sombra here. It'd be his first singles belt since we've signed him, and he's been here now for a little under a year. Yeah, from March to October, basically, and that would have been a nice little kickback too. As far as obviously he was the Intercontinental Champion. Oh God, at that time it'd be 13 years ago. As far as in 2013, yeah, 2013, yeah. I think it was 2011, but that was 20. Yeah, it's 2013. Yeah, I mean this is yeah, I think it's a good idea to potentially put the belt on Sombra, but I think for now, still ride the wave of Sonata as the double champion, as far as both the Intercontinental and Never Openweight champion. So we'll the first post show press conference will be with Sonata, as far as celebrating his victory, still the Intercontinental champion, and as far as he's got the as far as Miyohabe is there with Taichi, as far as she's peppering the sweat off of him type of thing, and Milano's trying to get the press conference. He's saying, and got to keep it short and sweet. It's got a he's got the he's brought people to the Wembley Stadium. People from GQ are here. He's got fashion brand ambassadors from Paris, from London are here. It's a big to do seeing Sonata in action, as far as he's got a lot of meetings to go through, and he's going to be in in England and in Paris, going back and forth throughout the weekend, and as far as needs to keep it short and sweet. So Sonata just simply say as far as being this biggest name brand and being the biggest name in not only Japanese press, but trying to be the biggest name in the world, and hopefully he'll get the magazine cover for GQ. Hopefully he's in commercials. Hopefully he's in television shows, for BBC, and as far as all the just name dropping a lot of kind of native English stuff. And for him, as far as the biggest thing, it's still wanting to be the heavyweight champion, wanting all of the bright eyes and all the all the attention, all the glory. But there's another sold out crowd, 90,000 people, Wembley Stadium. But he still has one eye on Tetsuya Naito. For him, looks at that Intercontinental title, held this belt now twice. There's been a man that brought me into this company. And I, as far as gave me an opportunity, and I'd be remiss. Sure, I'm on the bigger things now, and I might have left not so amicable terms, but the success, the glory, all this, it is because of one man. And I want to prove that I'm a better Intercontinental champion than him. I'm a better man than him. A lot of people say that he's just an old man now. I don't think he's an old man now. I think he's just waiting for that right moment, trying to make a star performance off of somebody, and sure, I'll return the favor to you. So Naito's on, as far as challenges him to power struggle for the Intercontinental title. Get ready, old man. As far as he kind of jokingly calls him an old man, but this is the big return matchup for Sonata as far as him and Naito. I'm trying to think the last singles matchup he had with Naito, as As far as oh, can we not go to Sonata because we're already on them? No, it was just messing up. I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure, the last time him and Sonata, or him and Sonata, him and Naito had a matchup against each other. So we're gonna go all the way to Naito. Wasn't 2026. It's 2025, back to the New Japan Cup. Sonata beat him, and I want to say the Sonata turn, that happened in 2014? I want to say, might have been 2015. I thought it was 2014, but it might be. Yeah, at least maybe. It may be. But yeah, for Sonata, title matchup with Naito. God, Naito's, what, it would be his 7th reign? As far as, it would be 6th. Would be very impressive. He hasn't had a singles belt in a hot minute since 2022, to be exact. Could be huge. Could be very huge for him. And of course, yeah, obviously in real life, we just saw those two men go to blows as far as in the main event of Wrestle Kingdom. But yeah, I mean, as far as I just feel like it's a great place to go for Power Struggle. We know the main event, Tyler Black and Konosuke Takeshita. Felt like that's a good co-main event, and plus to have the heavyweight title and the Intercontinental title on the line on the same show. God, that's been a hot minute too. To kind of think about it, because it was not at the Autumn Attack show, obviously, but he was on the show. He just wasn't, the belt wasn't on the line. Wrestle Dynasty, of course, it was not the case. King of Pro Wrestling, of course, wasn't the case, and not the finals either. It's got to be Dominion. Yeah, it'd be the last time since Dominion. So shows you that Power Struggle is looking to be a pretty big show, and that's awesome. We need that. We need a show that's kind of back to the traditional sense of what New Japan's all about, with that Intercontinental Heavyweight title being on the line in the main and co-main. As for the co-main event for this show, though, the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup, as we have new champions in Jon Moxley and Shota Umino, as Mox is going to beat Walter. Yeah, I just feel like we need to get rid of the double champs with United Empire. They've had a great run so far, but it's time to kind of focus on the heavyweight titles. So, or on the IWGP Tag Team titles, if you will. So, and plus that Shota Umino's first title run, so that's exciting. As far as we'll have a celebratory Task Force death. Moxley, Shooter. Yeah, we'll have Kingston and Pac and Ray Phoenix and all the lads. I think all the lads, yeah, they're all. Pentagon Jr. still in rehab, but other than that, everybody will be involved. Nice. So then I believe it's the non-title singles matchup with Kazuchika Okada and Pac will beat him. Yeah, I mean, again, hard to believe it's been since 2023. Last time they had a one-on-one contest, their one and only singles contest. It was a 99 then. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be a 99 here. But it's going to be a good match, though. I do believe in that. I think we're going to have the women's title matchup here. Athena, Ashley Flair. As Ashley will win, so she's going to beat her. But that's going to be a good match, though. And boy, Ashley's already had the belt for 111 days, already 9 defenses. Obviously, she's defended that belt all over the world. Just for her defenses of this reign. It's been in Ring of Honor, CMLL, Oz, as far as Stardom, Rev Pro, all over the world, and now another spot, being in the UK. Crazy. Well, I mean, obviously Rev Pro was probably actually in the UK already, too. But they never defend the belt in Australia. That would have been nice. But we did that the first run, so that's kind of why I didn't want to do it again. But the thing also, too, she's had the belt since June. It's a long reign already. Oh, maybe not long reign. That might be stretching it a little bit. I mean, usually most of these reigns you could see as far as with like Julia, she had it from January to June, September to January, June to September. That's kind of more so it. No one's had a crazy long reign where it's been like a year or anything like that, but maybe Ashley will do it. We shall see. As far as went past it, I believe. Am I blind as a bat? Where the hell's that? Where's it at? Did it not go over? Oh, I didn't borrow it. I'm an idiot. There we go. There we go. Alright, and then now for the briefcase. Hiromu, Great Okan. It is Hiromu getting the win. No surprise there, especially with Okan's injury. As far as for Hiromu, like we said, believe this is his last stop. Yes. Yes, it is. So he's punched his ticket. He will be going on to Wrestle Kingdom, to the main event. As far as for Hiromu, gosh, I want to say this will be his second main event of Wrestle Kingdom. Let's just take a look here. So I want to say he did not main event 2025. I could be wrong, though. Yeah, I thought it was Tamora and Zach. Pretty sure, and then it was Zach and Nakamura here. I might have just did it, was it 17? No, that was Okada and Yoshino. I thought he main evented one year. What did he, was it, 16? Or, yeah, was it 16? No, that was Shingo and Kenta. Oh, wow, this might be his first time, yeah. That will be his first main event. Yeah, he didn't main event, 20. Yeah, that's Takeshita. So that's huge. That is huge for Hiromu for the first time main eventing Wrestle Kingdom. He's earned it. He has definitely earned it for sure. Then the Never Open 6-man tag team title matchup: Konosuke Takeshita. Oh, not this is the fucking wrong match. There we go. The Dragon's Den vs. Diamond K. Cody Maeda will be beating Kyle O'Reilly, so they will successfully defend their belts. Really no surprise here. It felt like they didn't need to drop the belt so soon after winning them. Now the Konosuke Takeshita Kota Ibushi Tyler Black Rob Eagles matchup, as Konosuke Takeshita will beat Rob Eagle, so he beats the man who cost him the heavyweight title. United Empire Bomb Squad, this big ass 8-man tag, giving him a lot of time too. I mean, we got a lot of great workers, might as well. We might actually, let's bump it down a little bit. 21 minutes. As I believe, Jonathan Gresham, yes, he will be getting the victory over Kawado in 21 minutes. Let's have Roosh lose. Tough break, but he's just not really over enough. We can get away with it here. In the opening matchup, though, Tanahashi against Alex Coughlin, as he will lose thanks to interference from Juice Robinson. Juice is going to hit a apropos Ace Crusher on Hiroshi Tanahashi, and we're going to let the juices loose in this post-show press conference, as we're also going to have to give more time to this show. 3:30 on the time. Yep. We got, all this is already maxed out, because, I mean, we just got so much money. We might as well spend it on something like that. So the post-show press conference, just at an 11, Juice Robinson is talking about how everyone, with Tanahashi, everyone's just sucking him off. They're worshiping the ground he walks on, giving this man, even just doesn't even say this man, everyone's treating this guy like he's some type of god, and he's just an old grandpa who's hanging around, taking away opportunities like, from me, from Alex Coughlin, from, Clark Connors, and the future of this company and the future of the business. And for Juice, he's just, someone's got to put this old grandpa out to the retirement home and make sure that he does not come back. You saw the Ace Crusher here. I'm going to crush the Ace at Power Struggle. And old man, you better be ready for a fucking war. And, so he's he's on, he's on 11. Yeah, with this promo, this is Juice has incredible personality. We're gonna let it loose, and with him and Tanahashi though, I think that's a fun like kind of big time feud for Tanahashi here to kind of, the end of the year's coming up, count down the days, and for Juice to really go after him like that, I think it's pretty exciting to have someone light a fire under Tanahashi with that, and calling him an old man and a grandpa, and now he's gonna, send him to the retirement home, and that why is just everyone giving this guy the red carpet treatment. Well, obviously he deserves it. He's the ace. New Japan, the company itself, what we have built, it's been off the back of that man, and obviously here in the save, he has not had tremendous success, but he's still Tanahashi. Sure, we've probably, trying to think, have we really put a lot of, championship belts on him or anything like that? Yeah, he hasn't been the heavyweight champion at all. Been a multiple time tag team champion though. That's been cool. That's probably been our biggest thing we've done with him. Because I don't think he's won the. Oh, he has won the King of Pro Wrestling. So he's won that. That's probably been his biggest accomplishment for us. And he's the goddamn ace. We all know what Juice is saying is bullshit, but it's a nice way of firing up everybody as far as seeing that old school heel attacking a tremendous, the fan beloved babyface tale all this time, and it's what we're gonna use to help build up a big moment for Tanahashi. So this is as far as power struggle, we know our main. We know our co-main, and now we're going to see Tanahashi versus Juice in a singles matchup. So that's our 3 matches we have. Pac winning, against Okada is a huge get. Would love to potentially see him do something off of that. But as far as Royal Quest here, sold out crowd in Wembley Stadium, should have a hell of a show here. Let's see what it is here for the opening contest. It's 81. Juice with the Ace Crusher, and onto Tanahashi, and Coughlin gets the win. After that, he went to the STF. It probably would have just been covering him off the Ace Crusher, but I get it. I'm trying to win with their own move. But yeah, 90,000 people to see the retirement tour of the Ace. As a 87. For the second matchup, though, Jonathan Gresham beats Rush here at this octopus stretch. Although Rush with an 81. Yeah, probably should have stuck with Kawada losing, but it's a really good match, though. The Bomb Squad did really, really well. Honestly, United Empire kind of fell apart a little bit for my liking. I thought there would be a lot more people in the 80s, but damn, they were all close to it, though, so you gotta give them that. Hell of a match, hell of an 8-man. We figured it was going to be good, and geez, it delivered. It delivered. 80 here for Konosuke Takeshita and Kota Ibushi against Tyler Black and Robbie Eagles. Sure, if we gave it more time, would have worked out well. But I felt like this should have been the Steal the Show matchup. Let a pissed off Konosuke Takeshita unleash on Robbie Eagles for costing him the heavyweight title. I just feel like it's an easy story to tell. And yeah, the rematch between those two men, it's going to be special. Going to be special. Another 87 here, as the Never Openweight champions retain their first successful defense as Kota Umeda with the Fisherman Buster over Kyle O'Reilly. Actually, a really good performance here. Nakajima with an 81, Umeda with an 83, 92 from Kenta. They were the better team. They were really good. That's a good match. It's a very good match. So 79, yeah. Poor Okan. If he didn't get injured during the tour, this would have been a lot better. Fortunately, got to deal with what we got. And, it's a win for Hiromu, though. He went to the Time Bomb, and he's looking great as he's punched his ticket to the main event of a Wrestle Kingdom. And Hiromu almost got hurt in that matchup, too, so that would have just been the worst thing ever. It's Ashley Flair stops Athena here. The undefeated streak, as far as in 2026, comes to an end here, at least in singles competition. And yeah, I mean that's a great win for Ashley. She got outperformed though. Cena is doing really well. Ashley gets the win. As the as a 90 still as far as Pac and Okada. Pac with a 450 splash gets the win in 28 minutes in a sold out Wembley Stadium too. Pretty cool moment for just a kid from Newcastle. As a 87 here for the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team title matchup as Moxley and Shooter beat the Zack Sabre Jr. Volter team. As Moxley pins Volter with the Death Rider. As Moxley and Shooter win the New Japan Strong Openweight Tag Team titles. We might have Moxley and Pac take on Zack Sabre Jr. and Volter at Power Struggle. That might be a fun match to do. Yeah, but we might do that. Then our main event, to save the show, what a match, as Sonata, with the Sonata lock beats La Sombra, and he successfully defends his title, retains it, makes his first defense a successful one, and my god, what a match. So we have Sonata then having the matchup with Naito, which that's going to be a fun co-main. That's going to be fun. It might get bounced. Now I'm thinking about it, might get bounced with the tag team title matchup, if that's in fact what we do. But yeah, I mean that's the plan for right now. I think that's a good tag team title matchup at least. And though celebration for Task Force Death, Shooter's first belt. Exciting times, Pac with a successful win as well tonight. Big night for Task Force Death. And then Juice, and as far as his profanity lace promo, and just really cutting through to Tanahashi. Going into their Power Struggle matchup. I cannot believe that got 100. Wild. Our third 100 now. This one definitely does not feel like 100. That was just a tremendous main event. And I get it, having 100 because of that main event, but that's kind of crazy. Listen, it was a good show. It just didn't feel like 100, rating show. But hey, we'll take it. We'll gladly take that. But yeah, La Sombra, Sonata, tremendous matchup. And I don't know who to put over it besides that. I mean, Pac, big hug here. Big moment for you. Boy, I mean, yeah, just, it sucks the Romu matchup would have been better if Okan wasn't hurt, but even then I don't think it was going to be, past a 90, but maybe it could have been. Who knows? But that will do it, though. Thank you all for watching here for the Royal Quest Tour. It's come and gone. And, yeah, we're now going into the month of November. Before you know it, we'll be at fucking Wrestle Kingdom. It'll be Wrestle Kingdom time again. As, we already know. As far as Hiromu's there for the main event, whether it be Tyler Black or it'll be Konosuke Takeshita in that main event joining him, though, is the real question. And, for Power Struggle, though, we have our main and co-main already. We have our, Alex with Juice Robinson and Hiroshi Tanahashi. That's going to be a fun match to see. As far as, a very, very irate Juice Robinson is a different type of breed than what we have usually seen from him. So that's going to be an interesting matchup to see. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.